conversation was around we are coming back to land, but at the same time we want to impose ourselves. We want to showcase what we can do. They did well. Now the challenge is to stay consistent. It's not going to be easy against a team that's slowly showing some confidence, of course, after having won against Swallows.
So played off the boots of Refrosslebars and Apollos, and a corner opportunity here for Polokwane City, who've just recently had Bryce Acker join them to assist Puti Mohafe. Puti Mohafe was the man who was in charge towards the latter stages of last season as they managed to claim the championship title. That one repelled by Yusuf Mart.
Funny, he's understudied two coaches that actually are from the Free State. If you look at CM from the Free State, Duncan Richesa, who is also from the Free State in terms of his footballing career.
So Nagilihle and Lovu really got some good distance on that from the throw. A 4 to him. The low cross easily fended away by Refrosser. Now Yusuf Mart dispossessed by Puleng Marema. And Marema has attempted to locate the young man Urubelo Rama, but doesn't come off from Marema. 3 goals against Kaizer Chiefs over the course of his career with Polokwane City, but he's never scored in a winning effort against Chiefs. His 3 goals have come in a pair of defeats and a draw, as Christian Saile cleverly leaves this for Nkosipile Ngobo. Yusuf Mart will seize upon it. Chiefs retain possession. Here's the Silky Ngobo. And now Polokwane City do have it back in their possession. Oswin Apollos giving Yusuf Mart the run around.
We couldn't have asked for a better occasion to try and bounce back. No shortage of confidence in the early stages for Polokwane City. Bit of a congestion in that midfield, of course, trying to cancel each other out. You have Tetra, who has to try and pull the strings in that midfield. On the other hand, you have given Mashikinya his passing range. You have long passes, but at the same time short passes as well.
Have a look at that foul on Tabang Motaludi. One of the ever-present players for Polokwane City this season. Oh, well located, Nagilihle Ndlovu. His cross from deep. Now they'll be able to keep the move alive here, Polokwane City. They'll get a corner out of the equation.
It's a good start for the hosts. Good rotation of the ball and switching it onto the right-hand side. Took the experience of this man, Santi, with left-hand side. Now it's a real test for Chiefs defensively.
Now the corner has come in and Chiefs perhaps get away with one here. Again, decent looking ball comes in at this time. Refrosler fouled.
Testing the Chiefs defense. When you drill in the crosses like that, it becomes a real test. Wide in terms of organization, positioning of the defense. Then a foul went up quite high. Tabang Matuludi.
Polokwane City grabbed the ball in a dangerous area, and it's been launched over the crossbar by their big striker Douglas Mapumo.
trying to impose himself. It's a good start for him. He was up against two experienced defenders, gave him a bit of space, nothing wrong in fencing a shot. Good 10, good intentions there. That's what you need as a striker. Have an opening, take shots. Just couldn't get that one on target.
Grabbed a couple of goals in his first few games for Polokwane City, but hasn't been on the score sheet for some time now. Lifted forward, we're given Simango will take care of it. Mafumo again. Has Asunapolis on his outside. Asunapolis continues to cut in, launches it. Well, he's been dangerous from those kind of positions this season.
I think the brief has been to try and have shots outside the box. Quick 10, cuts inside. That's always a frustrating thing for defenders, particularly the fullbacks, where they have a man that cuts inside. Frustrates you, but at least you've got to try and hit the target. It's going to be a busy player. There's Apolis, right-footed, cuts inside.
Simango strides forward. Just can't link up with Chivaviro here. Nobo's under it. Clever from Shanti now in Milsendove. Use of marks. Shanti again. Kaizer Chiefs looking for successive league wins for the first time since August. Might have an opportunity here, but quickly to the ball. They've already performed quite admirably against the other Soweto giant this season, Polokwane City. They held Orlando Pirates to a 1-1 draw, and they could have even nicked it in the last minute through Asunapolis. Would become the first team in the PSL era to beat Pirates at the Orlando Stadium. Or first team from Polokwane, rather. From Limpopo, in fact. All the different teams that have come from this province over the years have never been able to go to Soweto and win. And they came very close.
Is this where we put it in Afrikaans and say amper maar niet amper? Did I speak above your head? I did Afrikaans at school, so almost, but not quite. Amper maar niet amper.
It's located Mafumo as two men for company.
That's a good touch.
Asunapolis, who scored 6 goals for Pretoria Kelly's last season, the Motsepe Foundation Championship. Proving that he has what it takes to cut it in the top flight already. Mobona. Santi. Modi. Moves it on quickly. Mobo again. And easy pickings for Manuel Sapunga, the goalkeeper from Equatorial Guinea. Vuma makes himself an option. Quickly closed down, but he's got it out of his feet here.
Seem to have settled to this game, Polokwane City.
Yep.
playing according to their pace, dictating rotation of the ball so far. So good.
Well, they're a side that have been very consistent in terms of the defense that they've fielded so far this season. And yes, they do come into the game off the back of a big 3-0 loss to TS Galaxy a fortnight back. But they've been very good prior to that. As Chiefs win possession here, and Mobo immediately trying to set Pule Modi on his way. Oh, goalkeeper gets a touch on that. Nodded back to him by Ngaki, and had he not made that touch, I think Pule Modi would have latched onto it. Oh, they're under pressure at the moment, the hosts.
Yeah, and I think the goalkeeper, I think there's a bit of a problem with the keeper. Sapunga, we'll see, we'll just monitor that.
Now lifted in towards Douglas Mfumo, cut out by Mtetwa. Spongsin Mtetwa again. Mobo pulling Morema, sticks a toe in. Man who changed his name from Polokwane just over a year ago.
That ball situation.
Yeah, yeah.
Pulling Polokwane, of course. Different surname now.
It's amazing how Polokwane City over the years have always seemed to have a good dead ball specialist in their ranks, or one or two. Of course,
talking Jabulani
Maluleke, yeah, who scored a free kick against Kaizer Chiefs the last time that these sides met. A goal that took them 2-0 up at the time, a deflected free kick in truth, but yeah, a game that they went on to lose was Polokwane City's first game in the bio bubble, their first game post-COVID. They get on the front foot here. Oh, it's been lifted in for Mfumo! And that's the first real chance of the first half. Bruce Fuma equal to the efforts from the Polokwane City's big man.
I understand the smiles from the Chiefs fans because that was a brilliant save. But at the same time, if you look at this cross, you look at the positioning of Mfumo, but then you start asking questions in terms of the defense from Chiefs. And Mfumo gets it right. The supply was exquisite. Enough power there. A wonderful save. Good move, good save.
Now towards the back post, and not it back. Oh, the woodwork bails them out. Well, Kaizer Chiefs with a couple of let-offs in just a matter of moments.
I had a conversation with some of the Polokwane City management team, and they say it is our time to bounce back. We couldn't have asked for a better fixture than this one, and they've taken the lead. They are assertive. We just can't get that goal, and been denied by one man.
Yeah,
one man. It's been that man.
It's a combination of Vuma and the woodwork, but he gets that touch
for it to get to that crossbar.
Yep.
So a good start. They've asserted themselves quite well.
Yeah, and two really, really fine reflex saves in succession for Bruce Fuma, who was overcome with emotion after keeping a clean sheet in the derby against Swallows out in Dobsonville in what was his first appearance for the club in over a year.
Do you know who normally watches his games, eh? DJ Cleo.
Is it?
DJ Cleo.
He's always had an interest in goalkeeping, yeah?
Yeah. Ah, that was a wonderful save. Reflexes. It starts with this particular one. Look at his positioning, his awareness all round. Oh, what a save. Acrobatic. And Mfumo thinking, I have that one in the back of the net. No. Bruce is there.
And in both instances, he's adjusted his feet so quickly. to be able to be in the position to make those saves, because in essence he's only had to reach upwards, but he's had to do so very swiftly. But it's because he's positioned himself so well.
Do you know who's back in the goalkeeping department? Not a Dinkaleka. He's there.
Yep.
Met him. You can see the improvement. He's back to take over that department. And of course produced great goalkeepers. Uban Baloyi worked under him.
Hoisted forward, but all the way through to Enosapunga. Does have 5 clean sheets in his 8 appearances in the league so far. That's the point I was making. Yes, they suffered a devastating defeat in their last game, 3-0 against TS Galaxy, but they conceded more in that game than they had in 7 previous league games before, which just tells you that they had been really defensively solid in a month or so leading up to that match. Simango briefly lost his place in the team, but has regained it. Starts alongside Emilson Dove, with Tatiana de Cloquet out injured since the previous FIFA break. Played against Mozambique and then was injured against Guinea, as small ball picks it up and tries to lift it forward for Christian Saile. I thought for a moment it just sets up for Ngobo to hit it with that wicked left foot that he possesses, and he is capable from range, but perhaps having not been amongst the goals for such a long time, 2 years now, he was reluctant to take on that chance from distance.
There are coaches that will put players such as him under pressure to say, I see all these nice passes, but what else can I get from you? Can you get us goals? Can you get into good areas because you've got this quality, educated left foot? Can you try and attempt to get shots on target?
Now Mapfumo has stabbed it through here. This could be a very, very tight call.
I would love to see that one again. Was it online? The positioning of the assistant seems good. Yeah, he's offside. He's offside.
Yeah. And of course, Callum McGregor involved in a high-profile mistake. And Amazon played SUNDOWNS. What would have been a goal for Hendrik Ekstien, an equalizer on that day.
There's pressure. I had some friends say, listen, closer to Christmas. Interpret it the way you want to. Might have come too soon for others.
Nicely worked by Kaizer Chiefs. Good strong run. Chivavero just can't get it out of his feet. And Saile waiting to receive.
I see how he plays little 1-2s in that, but then again I'm a bit selfish because I'm looking at the number that he's wearing, and the great Max Maponyane used to wear that jersey. And he never used to have these little 1-2s. Always had to find him in the box.
Chivavero did open his account for Kaizer Chiefs in that win over Cape Town Spurs towards the beginning of November. He's very familiar with this region as well. He's turned out in the past for Baraka and Venda Football Academy.
Yeah.
Roma Gallants. Okatapa Matalun. Quickly wants to set Douglas Mafuma on his way. Mafuma can't get the better of Mtetwa. Now marked. Buma, Msmango, back to the goalkeeper.
Some would say, well, experienced teams tend to dictate the tempo of the game. Again, the heat is not helping, but you've got to try and pace yourself, control the tempo. You have to know where that goes a little bit deep.
This is what you see a lot from Polokwane City. They'll often stand off the ball, and as a result, they allow their opposition to have it for long chunks of time. In terms of possession this season, Polokwane City kept the second least in the division, as that's nodded back to Sapunga. Only the Montfort Golden Arrows have had a lower average possession in the DSTV Premiership this season.
When you have a team that does that, it shows a lot about their awareness. They're willing to allow you to have possession in areas which is not going to hurt them. So it's okay, you can have possession, but once you get it into areas where they feel threatened, they're very organized, they try and steal it quickly from you, and you become vulnerable if they have to counter-attack.
Kaizer Chiefs, in contrast, have the third highest average possession this season, about 55%, although they are a long way off the teams that are number 1 and number 2 in that particular metric. Pirates 62% and Sundowns an average of 67% this season, as Sapunga goes walkabouts. Now Refrosler, untouched forwards, trying to locate Saile. Sapunga living dangerously.
Well, I guess these days, with any team that wants to build from the back, you're always living dangerously.
Now Saile. Pulemori setting up Yusuf Mar, trying to work the space for himself. Svisa Fanti will have a go. All the way back with Dogo. Mango. Frosler. Hosts with possession. Rangachivaviro trying to steal it. A little overzealous in his efforts.
That shows confidence. They're protecting the ball against the big man. Ends up fouling him.
Chiefs have had a lot of possession, but there are certain areas of the park where they're finding it a little harder to progress. The possession, of course, the statistics reflect what we're seeing with our eye. 63% has belonged to Chiefs up to this point.
Yeah, because these teams now with technology, they have people that are analyzing their games, and you're right to say that they have the lion's share of possession, but it's in areas where it's not hurting the opponent. Look at how deep Ndlovu is. He's trying to find his teammate.
Now slung forward here for Atlanti. Chivaviro was the only man arriving, and it's over his head. Christian Saile gets it towards Pulemori. And that one is thumped clear of danger.
That's better. That's well calculated. Good pass.
Mori scored against Stellenbosch with a little give and go, and then a shot from miles out.
That Stellenbosch is on fire.
Stellenbosch is on fire.
They are on fire, and I say fire because
there's a man who left them, and you thought, well, what's gonna happen?
Yeah,
they've just been galvanized, I guess, by losing one of their better players, their more influential players. Others have been given an opportunity. and they are flying.
Yeah, it's been a project which they've worked on. They had a lot of experienced players when they started, and they started phasing them out and brought in a lot of youngsters full of energy, and the brand of football they're playing is very exciting.
Lovely touch from Christian Saile. Now can he finish it off? Saile. Oh, you can see the intention. He was just trying to nestle that in the bottom corner. That's too straight down the middle of the goal.
Yeah, there's a part of me that felt that he could have done better, but I think the encouraging thing is that he got it on target. Still think that he could have played it perhaps far away from the keeper.
Now SUNDOWNS, still Apollos. His cross takes a deflection, so it will be a corner here for Polokwane City.
Look at the pace that he's got, the aggression, composure. I don't think he looked up to check where the position of the keeper was, but at first touch, good positioning. And the keeper.
SUNDOWNS takes, scraped away by Chivaviro. Still on for the hosts. Mtetwa steals it. Now he has one man up ahead of him in the form of Mori, who's gone tumbling down under the challenge of Langalihle and Ndlovu, has picked up a yellow card for his efforts.
Not such a good day for Langalihle. And I'll tell you why I say not such a good day for him, because of his positioning. He went too tight in an area where if he runs seconds late against this young man who's quite pacey and skillful, look at that.
Yeah.
No need to do that, but allow him to have it. But because of his peripheral vision, he can see that he's a couple of seconds late, and he touches the ball and he gets desperate. Langalihle in an area where there is no danger. All he needed to do was to allow him to give him the space, let him have a touch. Such a smart player, intelligent player, very skillful as well, Modi. I always enjoy it when I see players smiling, you know, in the field of play. This is an entertainment game. It's not a boxing match. Unless if you're Muhammad Ali, he's so rested too. He's always busy, you know? It's good to see jersey number 12 being a regular. You know, you don't have jersey number
On the bench, Cards.
on the bench, no.
When he comes through the Chiefs development structures, he'll understand their significance. And he's one of three that are positioned over this free kick. It will be Ngobo to take. Lifted it in, and the keeper's had to gamble, but he gets gloves on it. Now Polokwane City, something could be on for them. Mashakile was making a dart down the line. The play's been switched here to SUNDOWNS. Moved in for Polokwane. Lovely touch from Ngobo. That looked like it might get away from him. Marks from Modi. Still use of Marks. Marema brings him down.
I'll tell you, one of the reasons that he had to hang on to the ball for such a long time, there's supposed to be a third option on the right-hand side for him, and there wasn't. The guy who was supposed to offer that was Ngobo, who played the ball. But he played the ball and started walking.
Of it. Oh, this is Klanti. Simago, Ngobo, and back to Mtetwa. Some space here for Christian Saile. Apollos tracking his progress. Frosler with the wayward delivery.
This is why I have to protect him, because I know what he can do. The intention was to play it on the far side. It's the execution that did not come out right. I think he's still striking something. Comes out. Gets it right. Something happened.
He just gets a knock on the thigh from Simango.
Still struggling. He's heavily patched.
Yeah, 9th successive start in the league for him. He started the season with Matabula, who played the first 5 games. Once Sapunga had his work permit, he's nailed down that #1 spot. Simango threads it through here from Teto. In with the centre half. And too long for Christian Saile.
Buying himself some time. I think there's no agency on his side. Sapunga. I think he's still struggling coming.
He's launched it out of his hands, and from that, Polokwane City have a corner. Santi feeling the pressure of Mapumo. He had to make a touch.
The heavy artillery is joining in. And I'm talking about Nkaki.
This is corner number 5 for Polokwane City. Outswinging delivery. It's been met by Nkaki, but onto the roof of the net. And Kaizer Chiefs haven't been particularly convincing in defending any of these set pieces.
Not at all, and they should be worried. The fact that, you know, you have these balls that are played aerially, and the positioning of the experienced guys that are supposed to deal with us are not there to dominate that area.
Norvin is fouled.
The head of the ball. Simango.
Fuma finding Simango. Fuma hadn't played since mid-October 2022 in a 2-all draw with TS Galaxy before he turned out against the Swallows 2 weeks back. Dove. Mori.
He's actually, maybe it becomes natural for him because when he was at Cape Town City, he was outright left back. Got into being left centre back for the team. It worked out perfectly for him.
Titi Tlokwe, absent since the previous game against the Swallows, and he had started every single league game up to that point, so Dove's had to be redeployed. Kaizer Chiefs have strung together twice as many passes as Polokwane City up to this point. But it is Polokwane City who have had the better opportunities and have come closest to scoring.
In the business sense, they talk about being economic with their approach to the game, but still being efficient. Definitely offside there.
It was a pretty tight call, but yeah, I guess the linesman right on top of that. The assistant referee, should I say.
Now we know the football age. You know, talking about what?
Those old habits die very hard.
I know. Nice man.
I know you fall victim to it as well.
I know.
Nice ball to find Saile. He tries to drill it in first time. Although pulled out of competing for that one. Going in for the 50-50. Chibaviro up against Matuluri. And that came off Chibaviro last. And he turned 31 last month. Towards the tail end of his career. Not saying that he's old yet, but just in terms of how long he's been playing his big opportunity at a gigantic club. 10 goals in the league for Marumo Gallants last season, despite the fact that they were relegated. Oh, slipped through wonderfully well from Tetra. Just can't find the feet of Chibaviro.
There's good energy on that left-hand side for Chiefs with Santi, Modi. I think there still needs to be some improvement between the two forwards is in Sahil and his partner there.
Well, the fans right in front of him were calling for him to be subbed. Like Chibaviro just moments ago. Now Dove has to step in and gets a foot on it ahead of Douglas Mafumo.
It is going to be that frustration. We'll talk about it. Let's have a look at this.
Marema controls. Aswanapolis. Two technically gifted players combined. Here's Mashikinya, got the equalizer, stunning equalizer against Orlando Pirates. Was his first goal in the top flight for 5 years.
Another funny part, he was on the right-hand side.
Yeah.
And he got inside. But of course, because he had to take it with his left foot, it was allowing him to do that, to plug it. The frustration, as you were saying earlier on, with Chibaviro and Sahile. Sometimes it's difficult when you have Ranga in possession outside the box and then you have Sahile also outside the box. It doesn't give you the option. One of them should be in the box. And I always make this example about Fanny Madida and Shane McGregor. When Fanny was making the runs outside, he was always trying to find Shane McGregor who will either go onto the near post or the far post. It's always tricky to contain them. Just gave the Chiefs fans some nice conversation, about the great players that played in that role.
Well, they have a free kick here that they could do something with.
Those ones. And his defenders that are not, he knows what he was doing. It can be dangerous when you have so rest in peace, Mark Bachelor, and you come for the sort of you should see his elbows because he was protecting himself, Mark Bachelor.
Almost curled it into the 18-yard area. Not yet away. The referee has spotted something illegal from Uchipira, I think. Oh, maybe, yeah. This is where he blows.
What is it doing?
I'm also wondering. Nicely taken down by Aswanapolis. Clever flick as well. Aswanapolis looking for options at surely offside. And the flag does go up. Bruce Vuma makes the save in any case.
You know, when the combination is played, I'm looking at the assistant, but he was hesitating himself to lift it because
He did.
even after he received the first ball, watch him receive it. The assistant is not even raising.
Yeah.
He gets the ball, he moves, and he allows it, and only after. I mean, at what stage did it become offside for him to delay that much?
And there's a clear offside.
Yeah.
Another good intervention from Bruce Boomer, though. He had no idea that the player was going to be flagged. And that's 5 offsides now for the hosts today.
Bruce Boomer has been the Bruce Lee of Chiefs in terms of his acrobatic saves that he's made.
Over to Frostler. Modi. Slanty and Frostler inside of him. That's a nice combination. Trying their best to keep the ball moving, but now Polokwane City have it through Mashikinya. The Chiefs' attempt to overload that left-hand flank comes to nothing. Novo. Slid through for Modi. Turned around the corner by Chivaviro. Modi continues on, he's swept in across here. Saila can't meet it.
But how many players were in the box? Because it's only him. So you have one option when you go down that line. If you're Modi and the only person that you can try and invite into the cross, it's just one, as opposed to, various options.
Globu. Mapangule gets it upfield to Mokibera Ramabu, who has not been involved all too much up to this point. Now Mashikinya, as the referee says, play on. Dove pursued by Marema. Mozambican gets it clear to Mtetwa. Noble fouled.
Easy, boys, easy. It's getting all brutal in the center there. This is more like revenge because of the earlier foul, which was not given by the referee.
So did get a toe on that, but it's run out, and Langalihle and Lovus quickly launched it back in field. Good awareness shown there by Mtetwa. Novo. Yusuf Mart. Now Chivaviro. Slanty receives from Modi. Novo. Way back to give him Simango. Of his man well, there's Saile, now Yusuf Mart, Noble giving it away. So there was just one additional minute at the end of this half, and it has elapsed. Kevin Johnson and Dylan Shepherd in conversation. Kaizer Chiefs have had a lot of the ball. They've strung together a lot of passes, but it's that man Bruce Vuma who's had to come up with a couple of remarkable saves to keep the score level here at the Peter Mokaba Stadium, Brian.
Well, possession counts for nothing if you haven't tested the keeper. I mean, if you look at Polokwane City, they've tested Vuma a couple of times and they could have perhaps gotten 1 or 2, but at the end of the day, they'll walk into the dressing room confident that they contain Chiefs. They almost scored. Concern, of course, on the Chiefs side in terms of chances created, particularly the 2 strikers. How many shots do they have on target? That's the question that should be asking themselves.
Well, it's nicely poised heading into the second half here in Polokwane. Polokwane City 0, Chiefs 0.
Galaxy A series. Awesome battery for unstoppable entertainment.
Discover if Lady Luck is on your side with World Sports Betting Spin and Win promotion. You could win your share of a whopping 15 million rand in prizes. Earn a free spin on our virtual wheel daily when you place a bet of 5 rand or more.